Lucifer has finally been renewed for its 6th and final season of the show. And with Season 5 ending with some major news about Lucifer being God, we can't wait to see what Season 6 has stored for us. But we have some theories about it that we think might come true. So if you want to hear them, keep watching cause here are Lucifer's Season 6 theories so crazy they might be true. Let's get started. Number 10. Ella finds love. The one question we all had throughout the seasons has been, will Ella find love? After being deceived by her boyfriend, who she later found out was the serial killer they were looking for, it appeared that Ella might have given up on the thought of love. Dan tried to help Ella move from her darkness and from the relationship with the serial killer into dating a good guy. He managed to set her up with his friend, Carol Corbett, and they finally met at Dan's funeral. So will Ella date Corbett in the next season? Hopefully we get to see her with the good guy she was hoping to find, and he won't turn out to be the lunatic like Pete was. Number 9. What will happen with Dan? Probably the most heartbreaking scene in Season 5 was the scene where we got to see Dan die. The sadness and heartbreak on Chloe and Trixie's face was truly horrible. After everything, all of this was made even worse when we saw that Dan actually went to hell rather than heaven. The entire trip to hell was arranged by Mikal as a trap for Chloe and a bargaining chip for Lucifer. Now that Lucifer appears to be God, will he bring him back to life? This theory has crossed our minds, and it does sound like a possibility given that he'll own all the power to do that as God. But what will that mean for all the people that already know that Dan is dead? Our guesses are that either Detective Douche will be brought back to life or he'll at least be moved to heaven.
You could be headed for a serious strike. Now you make the scene all day, and tomorrow there'll be hell to pay.
Number 8. CAIN returns to kill Lucifer. Fans have speculated over the seasons that for his final season, one of his many enemies would come back from the dead to take one last chance of revenge over Lucifer. Although he tried to lay low, he has definitely been targeted by many people, most recently by his brother Michael. But there is this one theory that says that maybe CAIN will make his final comeback for one last scheme over the devil. If this theory does come true, the production would have to go to some great lengths to bring back CAIN, as his curse of immortality was reversed and Lucifer managed to fulfill his promise to end his life. By now, we know that everything is possible when it comes to Lucifer, and we would love to see one last fight between CAIN and Lucifer. Number 7. Ella finds out about Lucifer. Lucifer has always been open and honest about who he is, and even though many people thought he was joking when he said he was the devil, he was still telling the truth. In the show, we've seen multiple characters discovering his true identity, from Linda to Chloe and even Dan, but when it comes to the religious Ella, things have been a bit different. Given their close friendship, you'd think that eventually he would show his true face in front of Ella, but 5 seasons in, he still hasn't done that. So we suspect that in the 6th season, he would finally come clean in front of Ella, and she would be quite scared and surprised at first, but by the end of the season, we assume she would make peace with it and accept Lucifer as he is.
If you're Lucifer's dad, that would make you God, right?
Oh, that would, wouldn't it?
I really wish you were.
Number 6. Possible child? The moment that all Decker fans have been waiting for has finally happened. In the attempts of bringing back Chloe to life, Lucifer went to heaven and told her he loved her and gave her Lilith's ring of immortality to bring her back. Lucifer has struggled for a while now with how to show his emotions, so when he finally did, we were beyond happy. Even though we kind of guessed that he and Chloe would be together eventually, we kind of think that we might be seeing a future Decker kid in the future. Although we're not sure whether or not Lucifer can have kids, given that his brother has one, we don't see why he can't. We would be so happy to see them finally become a family and see Trixie with a younger brother or a sister. Number 5. Will Lucifer have all God's powers? With Lucifer becoming God, we all wonder, what kind of powers will he have? Will he get all of his father's powers? We saw that Lucifer still has his angel wings since he flew down from heaven with them and he used the flaming sword to cut out Michael's wings. Once every archangel and demon started blowing to him, he was quite surprised and made the hilarious remark, "Oh my me," which led us to believe he's God. But we can't help but wonder, is he God by virtue of winning the fight against Michael? That might be the case though, and with that, he wouldn't have all the powers yet. Maybe we get to see him in the next season with all the powers he's supposed to have as God. Number 4. What happens with Michael? Michael has been the villain of the show since season 5 and has done some despicable things. After losing the war to Lucifer and becoming God, Lucifer was quite merciful towards him, even though he managed to kill their sister and is responsible for the death of Dan. And let's not forget that he stabbed and killed Chloe in the middle of the fight. Lucifer still decided not to kill him, but instead he cut off his wings as a form of punishment. With this, Michael is stuck on Earth with no way out, so will he finally make amends with Lucifer? Or will he go to hell and beyond to fully destroy Lucifer? Do you guys think he'll be a villain in season 6 as well? Let us know what you think. Number 3. Lilith's Ring of Immortality. In the moment when Chloe died, Lucifer gave everything to try and bring her back. With Lilith's Ring of Immortality on his finger, he flew right up to heaven, even if that meant that he wouldn't make it alive. He found Chloe, gave her the ring, and managed to bring her back to life, but would Chloe die without the ring? We're not so certain whether the ring is the reason she's alive or she's 100% alive. There are still some questions left to be answered in the next season, but we think that if Chloe were to take off her ring, it would return her back to heaven, since the ring saved her and took her soul back on Earth. For now, Chloe is immortal, and maybe she'd want to stay that way so that she and Lucifer can be together for eternity.
I think I've been immortal long enough. I want you to have it.
Number 2. Wedding bells? The age-old question, will Lucifer and Chloe ever get married? The answer is, we don't know, but there are a few theories saying that we might be getting ready for a wedding this season. After both confessing their love to each other and finally admitting their feelings, we can only see that a wedding would be an obvious next step in the relationship. But as for the show goes, we can never be quite certain. We're happy that they're finally together, and we do hope we get to see the live happily ever after, but ending the show with a Decker-Star wedding would definitely be the perfect end for the show.
I love you. I love you. Please, don't leave.
Number 1. Lucifer rejects his new role as God. At the end of season 5, Lucifer finally got the big promotion and the job he always dreamed of, becoming God. As his parents recently retired, he gets all the responsibilities of being God, but will he be able to manage all of that? Recent theory has suggested that maybe Lucifer will give away his role as God onto his brother Amenadiel, as he would have to devote all his time running things in heaven and wouldn't have time to enjoy his new relationship with Chloe. Even God himself admitted that his job managed to ruin his relationship with the goddess, so we'll have to wait and see whether Lucifer will actually be God or not. On a related note, we wanted to know, what are your theories about what will happen in the 6th and final season of Lucifer? Let us know in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more amazing videos such as this one, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.